All right, good morning, everyone. All right, let's start with NASDAQ on the daily. I know we have a couple of daily zones. So we have this daily supply zone here, which the market was very close to yesterday, and then it ended up moving down. Honestly, I thought it would tap into it and then move down. It just barely missed it. But we also have this daily demand zone down here, which I do think could be a good target for shorts. Maybe not today, but I think eventually it'll come down there. On the 4 hour time frame, we have this 4 hour demand zone at the bottom, which could also be a good target for shorts. Let's see. And yeah, as you can see, I was bearish yesterday during New York session. I thought, New York session would go lower, but it ended up going higher, and then we saw that move down overnight. I guess Trump was speaking yesterday as well. That also could have caused the move down. Anyone see how Trump said that Drewski should get sued from that Erica Kirk skit? I thought that was funny. Anyone watch that skit? I'm a big Drewski fan. Do we have any news today? Let's see. Thursday, April 2nd. It looks like there was 8:30 news. Let's see. I don't see anything at 8:30. No crazy move happened at 8:30. Yeah. And then it says we have 10:30 news, but I don't think that's going to affect me too much cuz I think I'll be done by 10:30 whether it's a winning day or a losing day. All right, on the 2 hour time frame, we also have this 2 hour demand zone, which is, I think, is the closest demand zone to price. So the market could open up and tap this area. If it does come down to this area, I would either take longs, right? If I see it bouncing off of here, or if it gets below 471, then I think it would go lower, probably all the way down to this either this 4 hour zone or this daily zone. Either way, I think it's a good area to take a trade from. Yeah. Let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. Okay. I mean, this looks like a 1 hour supply zone, right? I won't draw it though because it's already a 3 hour. But this looks like a small 1 hour zone. It's not too helpful because it is far away from price. What time was this move? This is a pretty big move. Oh wow. Oh damn. I didn't think the market was that bad. So the market moved 2% down overnight. So that's tough. Usually when I see that, I automatically think that New York Open is going to be slow. I mean, it still has a chance of being good, but I've just noticed if like the overnight session's crazy, usually it's hard for New York Open to be good. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, I don't see anything on the 90 minute, 45 minute. This looks like a good 45 minute zone. I won't draw it out though since it's already a 2 hour. Oh, okay. This is the zone I was looking at. The small 45 minute zone, which the market did reject right here. So this zone I think could be a good target if I take long somehow, or if the market opens up and it goes up to that zone. Another good zone I saw was this 30-minute supply zone here, which looks like the closest zone to price. So we could take a trade off of this, if the market taps it. We'll see though, because we have like 25 more minutes for the market to open. So we could easily come up here before that. I think that's it for the zones. Um, yeah. If it comes down here, like I said, I'd buy or short it. If it goes up when it opens, same thing. I take shorts or longs off of here. Just depends how the market reacts. If I take longs here, though, I mean, it could be a pretty quick trade. Yeah, it could be a pretty quick trade. But I don't know. I'd probably try to like hold it a little bit. We'll see though. And then inside of this 30-minute, there's also a tiny 15-minute zone, which looks like a really strong zone. Oh, this one right here, too. A bunch of supply. Did anyone catch that move? It's a pretty big move. I honestly didn't think it was that crazy, but now that I measure it, it's actually crazy. Yeah. And then it continued to go lower. Wow. Okay. When did I have my last payout? Like last month. Is this a good area to go short? I'm not sure. Adjust your mic. It's low. Yeah, it's been like that all week. You caught the shores. Okay, that was good. I'm trying to start trading with like $10. Is that possible? I mean, it might be possible with Forex because they have like crazy leverage, but it'll be hard with $10. I'm not gonna lie. With I would say with like 100 to 200, then you could really do something with that. All right, I think that's all the zones. Where's VWAP? Let's see where that is. So we haven't touched VWAP in about, oh yeah, in almost 12 hours. So usually when I see that, I think New York Open's definitely gonna touch up on VWAP, but we'll see how it opens. Um, like I said, usually when the market moves that much overnight, it's kind of hard for it to keep moving during New York. So we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, I do want it to move during New York, but it's just kind of, you normally don't really see that. It already moved quite a bit. That's the thing. It's already down 2%, which is a lot. Let's see what else. Okay, on US 30, which is the one I'm looking at here. This daily demand zone, which the market bounced off from, kind of. This daily supply zone right up here. I mean, I don't think the daily zones are that helpful. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Okay. This could be a 4 hour zone here. Mm, I mean, this could be a 4 hour zone here, but it's just far away. It's kind of pointless to draw it. But I'll put it up there. Don't see too much. Let's go down to the 3. Okay, there we go. We have a couple 3 hour zones. We have this 3 hour demand zone, which we're getting pretty close to. We also have this 3 hour supply zone. But that supply zone's pretty far away. Yeah, that's really far. Okay, this also looks like a 3 hour zone here. With $1 to $200, you can't do a mini like on a regulated broker with futures. You could do two micros or one micro, most likely. But if you spend the $200 on evaluations and activation fees, then you could trade a mini and possibly get a payout. So, I mean, that's up to you. What do you prefer? And then let's just say you get that payout. You could put the payout in a live account, which I wouldn't do if you're a beginner. If you're a beginner, you get your first payout. I would just stick with prop firms for a little bit and then grow your live account. Okay, on the 1 hour time frame, let's see. Don't see too much. This looks like a 45-minute zone as well. I kind of don't want to mark it though, because it's stacked onto this 3 hour zone. Looks kind of weird. Mm. I'll leave it on there, even though it looks pretty bad. On the 30-minute time frame, we have the same 30-minute supply zone here, the same one as NASDAQ. There's also a 15-minute supply zone. And I think that's it for the zones. Don't really see too much. Yeah. I think NASDAQ looks way better. But on US 30, I mean, I don't know. I'd kind of wait for it to tab either this 45-minute zone or the 30-minute zone appear and then see what happens from there. I would take longs or shorts off of this 30-minute and the same thing down here with the 45-minute zone. Okay. Oh, snap. Okay. Um, what am I doing? Okay, that was all the zones, right? So I'm just gonna do the 1 hour support and resistance. On the 4 hour, there is a FVG. Do you think it's rejecting that? I don't trade fair value gap, so I don't know. Can we trade on Monday next week? As it is Easter. I thought it was Easter on Sunday. Got my first funded yesterday. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, my last payout was a 40K. It was, I think it was exactly a month ago. It got approved on the 9th. So yeah, it's been a month. But I think if this week goes good, no, if next week goes good, then I definitely could request a max payout with these accounts next week. But we'll see. I don't like timing my payouts. I just like letting them come to me. I don't like forcing them by a certain date. But yeah, if I get a payout next week, I think it'd be kind of easy to get the second payout, in the same month. That's one of my goals this year, I would say, is like getting two Apex payouts in the same month. And that would be my biggest month. But right now I'm just focused on consistency, not really breaking my personal records. A prop firm is a funded account. Yes. Well, a prop firm gives you funded accounts if you pass their evaluation or if you pay for their funded account. But if you pay for a funded account, it'll be more pricier and it'll have more strict rules, like a stronger consistency rule, which forces you to take your time with the account, which is good. It's not bad. It's just some people don't like that. Okay. Are you guys bullish or bearish? I would love to know. Honestly, I'm not anything right now. Yesterday, I definitely was bearish because I felt like the market needed a pullback. Now that we got that pullback, though, um, it looks like it wants to go lower, but it's already down quite a bit. It's already down a good amount. Also, another thing I realized with this move, this is the classic NASDAQ pattern. It'll slowly go up and then it'll sell off really, really fast. That's like, that's classic NASDAQ right there. Honestly, I love it. I love seeing that. Something about the shorts. My second payout approved, but didn't get payout sent. Payout email sent. For first payout, I received payout. What are your thoughts? Well, it depends how long it's been. If it's been like more than 2 business days, then I would contact them. If it's just been 1 business day, then I'd try to wait for the second one. And yeah, if you never get the email, then contact support. It's the 30th. Mm, it's the 30th. Wait, when was the 30th? Was that on Monday? Yeah, it was. Oh, so it has been 2 business days. Um, then yeah, I'd probably contact them if you didn't get the email. But I double check to see if you got it maybe on your spam folder. Maybe it's in there. If not, then definitely contact support. Or I would check on the dashboard as well. Oh no, because it did get approved. Yeah, I don't know. Could be bullish. I see a reversal on London highs. Yeah, I feel like it could be bullish for sure, especially since it made a crazy move down. But usually when I see the market not touching VWAP for over like 10 hours, it usually touches it during New York. So I wouldn't be surprised if it does go up. Plus, I mean, it just kind of makes sense, right? People see the market moving down, think it might continue to go down, so they're like extra bearish, and then it just does the opposite. But we'll see. I mean, whatever reason it caused the market to go down, once the market is actually open, it could have another reaction to that and cause it to go lower. But we won't know until it opens up, so we'll see. They always get payment sent or it's always approved email. Well, with Apex, I get an approved email, and then, like, I would say, like, a day or two later, I get the email that they sent the money. How much is each Apex performing account? Um, with the 90% sale, I think the evals are like 30 to 40, depending on which one you get, especially if it's an end of day. And then the activation fee is going to be 99 for the end of day accounts. So altogether, it'd probably be like 150. But then your payout could be like 1,500, 1,000, or 2,000, depending on which one you have. Okay, I think this is good enough. What time is it? Oh, we got 7 more minutes. Let me see the Trump tracker. Oh, damn. Oh, no. What is this? Um, it looks like the president receives his intelligence briefing. That's close press. Why is this so high? Operation F3. Oh, damn. What time is this, though? It just says here the President Trump's primetime address on Operation Epic Fury, a major military campaign against Iran, creates significant volatility risk. So I wouldn't be surprised if he posts a tweet later today. Jesus. The high profile announcement of ongoing military operations combined with closed press, executive orders, and policy meetings signals potential geopolitical escalation and market uncertainty regarding Middle East tensions and military spending. It doesn't say when he's going to do that, though. I have to double check if he's going to be speaking soon. I hope he's not speaking during New York Open. I don't think he is. Yeah, I can't make the mic louder. Yeah, I don't know. I want a new mic. Activation is 120 right now. No, it's not. I don't think it is. Can you guys hear me fine? The mic, I'm literally kissing the mic right now. Are you gonna trade tomorrow? Most likely, yeah. Yeah, when I speak away from it, definitely sounds lower. But the volume's all the way up. That's the thing. It's the mic because right now the light on it is blue, which means it has like this um like background thing. Like it takes out the background noise or it's supposed to, and I don't know how to turn it off. Oh, I just turned it off. Period. All right, it should be a bit louder. Is it louder? You need a headset so it follows your mic. Yeah, but the headset mics sound like we're on a helicopter or something, you know? And I don't like that. Unless I'm gaming, then maybe. What time is it? We got 3 more minutes. I'm definitely interested to see how this market opens up after that crazy move overnight. Is market open tomorrow? It is, right? Cuz it's Good Friday. But I searched it up and it said Good Friday isn't a bank holiday. Yeah, it's not a bank holiday. So I don't think it'll affect the markets too much. But maybe if it's slow, then that's the reason. I'll still show up tomorrow and see how it is. Is the stock market open for Good Friday? The stock market is closed on Friday, April 3rd. But it's not a bank holiday? Okay, well, I guess I'm not trading tomorrow since it's gonna be closed. That is so confusing. I guess I just learned that. It's not a bank holiday, but it will be closed tomorrow. That's what tomorrow to trade if the market is actually gonna be closed. Okay, cool. So today's basically our Friday. I guess the market is not open tomorrow. Yeah. Maybe futures will be open, but it'll probably be very slow. Okay, here's the market open. Definitely looking more at Nasdaq since it's at this 30-minute supply zone. Let's see what happens. I mean, so far Nasdaq looks like it's. mm, I was gonna say it looks like it's rejecting this area, but we'll see how it closes. Yeah, it closed out rejecting. I'm not gonna short it yet though, cause it's not like it's broken a 1 minute wick or something. And then US 30 hasn't tapped any zones, so I'm not really looking at that. I will say though, if Nasdaq closes above 814 or above the 800s, I do think it'll be a good long. We'll see. Wow. Okay, there we go. Alright, this is where I'd want to see a bounce if I'm taking a long. It doesn't look like it's bouncing. Yeah, it's starting to come in. It broke this 1 minute wick. I want to see if it comes back to retest this white line, then goes back down. But honestly, we might not get a retest. Oh, we might. There it is. Alright, I'm short on NASDAQ. I'm going to put my stop at the 801. So far, it just looks like it's rejecting this area. This is going to be the 5 minute candle close. I'm going to try to target 50 points. $7.25. Yeah, my TP2's around 725. I'll definitely go break even here just because it's over a 1-to-1. And I feel like if it comes up to this area, then we might chop around, which I don't want to see. Two more minutes for this 5 minute candle to close. I do want to see the 5 minute close below 56. 756. Alright, I do want to see it break these lows here. Okay, this is a good TP. I'm going to trail it tight. Okay. I'm out of that. That was that. I'm out. Wow. See anything stopping this? Like, I think it could go down to 569. Honestly. Wow. But I'm satisfied with the trade. Cool. Wow. Okay. Look at that 5 minute candle too. We just caught that whole move. That is crazy. Yeah, I don't see any zone stopping this. Except all the way down at 569. Wow. I'm not muted, am I? No, I'm not. Yeah, that was a crazy trade. How big is the opening range? The opening range is pretty big. I would say it's average right now. I do think there's really good volume. Yeah, honestly, I think it could go down to 570. We'll see if that happens. But anyways, the reason I took short, we tapped into a 30 minute and a 15 minute supply zone. And then we started breaking structure lower. And and that's why I took the short. Thankfully, we had a retest because at first I did miss my entry. My first entry should have been right up here at 784, but I missed it. So I was like, damn, let me see if it retests this white line, which it did, and then it broke lower, and that's when I went short. So thankfully, it had a retest. The take profit. So at first, I was like, let me make this bigger. At first, I saw what I thought was a 5 minute zone. I thought this was a 5 minute zone here, but then when I zoomed in on it, I saw that it wasn't a zone. So I took it out and I aimed lower. Basically, I just closed because I was up over a 1 to 2. That's the main reason. Did I have an actual reason to close it? Not really. If I was trading from zone to zone, I would think this is going to go down to 570. But yeah, I really didn't have a reason to close except I got enough profit. And then I was trying to see if there was a zone that I missed, but there's not. Yeah. But you can see right here. Usually my entry would have been short right here. That would have been perfect. But I missed it. I don't know why I kind of hesitated. So I was like, okay, hopefully it retests either the zone or the white line, which it did. So once it retested this white line here and it broke this wick here, then I entered short. And that was it. So it wasn't like I created a bias and then, yo, I'm thinking short, so I'm gonna take a short. No, right? I honestly thought we were gonna touch up on VWAP, but the 1 minute candles, this one did close above the 800s, but it didn't have a continuation higher, right? It didn't break this wick here, so I never ended up taking the longs. What it ended up doing was it broke this wick down here, which is where my short should have been. So yeah, it's not like I predicted it. I really just waited for the market to react to the zone. Thankfully, it had a retest of this white line, so I ended up not missing it. But yeah, how much is your stop? On Nasdaq, it's almost always 100 ticks, right? Or 25 points. The take profit usually is around 50 points, right? So like a 1 to 2, but I did hold this to almost like a 1 to 3, I think. Where did I sell it? I sold 707. Yeah, right up here. So that was almost a 1 to 3. Yeah, my stop loss is always the same size. How do I draw? Look for my zones. I just look for supply and demand. I do have a free course that shows how I draw my zones if you want to look at it. But basically, I just look for an area where there was a lot of buying or selling, right? Like this one right here on the 4 hour time frame. It has to have a basing candle and then the aggressive move. And then on the basing candle, I draw it from the body to the wick, to the lowest wick. And then vice versa for a supply zone. I do want to see what ends up happening. Honestly, I will be surprised if it's actually a good day. Like if it's a real trending day. I'll be surprised because the overnight session was insane, right? Usually, if the overnight session's like this, you don't really see good direction because the move already kind of happened. That was the first 15 minutes. Let's see what happens. Yeah, also, the first 15-minute candle closed out not the best. It closed out with huge wicks, kind of a small body, not the best sign. So we'll see what ends up happening. This is also a 5-minute supply zone it created. We'll see if it moves down from here again, or if it pushes past. If it pushes past this area, I think it'll easily touch up on VWAP. Because we haven't touched on VWAP in over 12 hours. Or over 11 hours. Which is a long time. Yeah. 12 hours, 30 minutes. Damn. Do you do instant funding? Yeah, I have done instant funding. I did 550K instant fundings with Tradeify. I think it was in December or November, and I got like a 10K payout in 2 weeks. I think it took me 2 weeks to do it, which was cool. But the only thing with those accounts was that I did the bare minimum, right? Like I did the bare minimum, right? Like I got $3,000. I took the $2,000 payout, so I only had $1,000 in drawdown, and then I lost the accounts, which is fine. But I just like getting multiple payouts from the same accounts, because I don't like rinsing them. You make more money if you keep your accounts. Bro, does anyone know what a PR article is? I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna have to search it up. Mm, okay. A Puerto Rican article. I see. I thought that's what it was too, but it says a public relations article. Okay. Yes, I have the end of day accounts. Did you take the entry on the 5 minute time frame? The 1 minute? On the 1 minute. Yeah. On the 1 minute. It happened quicker. Like I said, my entry should have been here. As soon as this, as soon as the market tapped into this supply zone here, and then broke this 1 minute wick here. That's usually where my entry is, but I missed it because I hesitated. No idea why I hesitated, but I did. Cause I was like, damn, like let me wait for a retest. Thankfully, it did retest this white line, and then it ended up breaking this wick right here, and that was my entry. Well, actually, I think my entry was like on this candle here, but actually ended up playing out pretty well. And then the stop loss, at the when I was in the trade, I did wish the stop loss was at the highs. But if my stop loss was at the highs, I'd be risking like 1,500 probably. I'd be risking quite a bit, so I kept it tight at 100. And it was good enough. It was a quick move down again. It's like yesterday. And I did think this was going to go down to 560. I mean, it still could, but Let's see. I also think if it does get above these highs, it's gonna go up to VWAP. If it gets above VWAP, then I think it has a lot of room to go up. But we'll see. If you look at the daily candle, it's very bearish. So I don't know. I'm not good at predicting moves. Like, I'm not good at predicting huge moves, right? Like, I'm not a swing trader. I'm only good at predicting a certain amount of time, right? Like a 5 minute candle, boom, right there. And that's good enough. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen next. It's still muted for you. How? Price action has been good for quarter 2. It has. It has. It's starting off pretty good. I hope it stays like this. So today's like a Friday, cause the markets are gonna be closed tomorrow. So I'm not even sure I'll stream tomorrow. Do you go in with 5 micros per account? Yeah. Yeah. There it is, touching VWAP. Let me take a picture of this. Honestly, I'm glad I took profit where I did, because I was thinking it was going to go way lower. Not gonna lie. Okay, let me took shorts after market pop. What am I saying? After the market touched up on VWAP, what am I actually saying? Touched up on a 15-minute and 30-minute supply zone. The entry was on the 1 minute time frame. The entry was on the 1 minute wick after it broke the 1 minute wick to the downside. Yeah. Market will probably close around 1 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah. It says the stock market will be closed. But that means futures will be open, most likely. But don't think like just because futures open is going to be crazy. It might be like this. You know? Like, it's very rare for like a holiday day to be good. Yeah, touched VWAP. Whatever last holiday was, I don't remember what holiday it was, but like it was a really good day. It was surprising because it's usually not like that. Do I recommend instant or select flex on Tradeify? I would recommend instant only if you're like experienced with prop firms and you're fine with paying more to not take the e-valve, right? But I would, if you're like a beginner, I would suggest you trade Select Flex because it's cheaper. You just have an e-valve. And the payout rules are better on the Select account. The only thing is that you have to take the e-valve, which there's nothing wrong with. It's just some people don't like the e-valves. So it's up to you. If you trade instant, don't think, just because it's an instant account, I'm gonna get the payout quicker. I wouldn't think that way. I would just think like, okay, if I'm buying this instant account, then let me take it slow, right? Since I don't have to take the eval. I would make a plan for your instant funded account. That's what I do for every single payout I've gotten. I know exactly how much I'm risking per trade, exactly what's my daily loss limit, what's my profit target to request a payout. Like, make a payout plan for whatever account you have. Are you near Strong Island? No. I'm close to Canada. But yeah, I'm pretty far from any island. I don't think anyone likes evals. Yeah. Is paying for Top Stuff back to funded ever a good idea? I would say I would say no, because let's say you blow your eval with Top Step and then they email you saying you can get back to funded, and you take it. You're thinking, okay, whoa, now I'm back to funded, let's run it up. And then you rush through that again. It's only a good idea to get the back to funded if you're actually going to take it serious, right? Most likely, if you blew that other account, you probably over leveraged, over traded, and if you get funded like that, you're most likely gonna do it again. I feel like Top Step back to funded, they've made a lot of money from that, because it's like if someone blows their account and they get back to funded pretty quick, they're not taking the time to like reflect what happened, reflect on their mistakes. They're just going back into the fire, with the same idea of gambling or something. Not to mention it's expensive, right? It's really expensive to get back to funded. It seems like an emotional pull. Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's really expensive too. That guy paying 300K in taxes discouraged me from trading my own money. Yeah, but I also feel like that guy didn't have enough expenses. Like, I would, if you're a trader, make sure you're tracking your expenses. Guys, you don't even need to actually track yourself, right? You could pay a software to do it for you. That's what I did. Um, that's what I did this year, right? For my taxes from last year. I didn't really track everything properly. So what I did was I got like a software to do it for me. And it was like that. And I had the paperwork done literally literally in an hour. And then I went to the accountant, he did everything, and it was really smooth. Yeah, taxes for a trader seem very scary, but I promise you, if you have expenses, it's gonna help you so much. And a lot of things could be expenses. A lot of things. Just come to Dubai? I don't think so. I'll get arrested if I go to Dubai. Yeah, I don't think it'll be good for me to go over there. That's funny. I'll go to Puerto Rico. I'll go there. I used to, in my home country, I used to give 37% of my income to the government. Damn. Yeah, that's basically what it's over here. But if you have the LLC and you have expenses, it lowers what you have to, what you're getting taxed on. I love when you have wins and you stay on to kick it. Yeah, when I have losses, like I don't want to chat. I just want to get out the room. But when I win, it's like okay, like I'm in a good mood. Wow, these songs really came in. It's above VWAP. And a 5 minute candle closed above VWAP. Wow. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how the daily candle closes. Yeah, but recently there's been a lot of crazy moves. And not during New York. Not during New York. It's been overnight sessions. And they've been crazy moves. Maybe it has happened during New York. But yeah, like a lot of these big moves happen overnight. Like this one right here. This one today. So you trade 5 micros in 20 accounts. Yes. NQES US 30 rank 1 to 3. I would say NQ number one because I feel like that's the one I trade the most. US 30 second. Maybe not recently. Recently has been kind of weird for me, but when US 30 has a really strong opening, I like it. And then ES, I've never traded ES ever. I know. I feel like in the future though, I'll definitely get into ES. But like I'm already looking at two things. So it's like looking at three would be a lot. I'd have to get on in like an hour before market open. But yeah, it's crazy. I've never ever traded ES on a funded account ever. But I've heard really good things about ES. Trade recap. All right, I'm gonna do a trade recap and then I'm gonna get off because I'd have to answer some emails. But market opened up. It went up. Tapped this 30-minute supply zone. Inside of this 30-minute supply zone, there is a really strong 15-minute zone. Right. If we look at the 15-minute zone, there's aggressive selling clearly. So that was the zone. As soon as we tapped into the zone, I was thinking if the candlesticks closed above the 800s or above 815 right here, then I was taking long. So once this candle closed above the 800s, I was going to take long if it broke the highs. It never ended up breaking the highs. It broke this wick down here. This should have been my short entry right there, and that would have been perfect. But I didn't take that entry because I kind of hesitated. So I was like, damn, I'm not going to FOMO into the shorts. Let me wait for a retest. Thankfully, it did retest this white line right here. And then it immediately broke this 1 minute wick here. and then that's where the entry was, somewhere around that area. Target was really a 1 to 2 right at first, but I held it a little bit after that, and I closed it around what 266 ticks or 66 points. Usually I target another zone, right? Like usually there's some sort of demand zone down here. In this case, I didn't see anything. So I thought the market was going to continue lower to 569. Thankfully, though, I got out of the trade because it ended up reversing from there and it touched VWAP. So, yeah, I didn't predict it, right? I just kind of waited for the market to show me where it wanted to go. But that was it for today. I'm not sure I'm going to stream tomorrow since the stock market will be closed. Futures will be open, but if the stock market is closed, most likely it'll be a very slow open, very low volume. Um, I think very rarely you'll see like a decent opening when the market is closed. But yeah, I don't think I'll trade tomorrow. I think that was it for the week. So I'll probably see you guys on Monday. I hope you guys have a good Easter. I'm hoping I do an Easter egg hunt. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for that. But I don't know if we're doing one. Hopefully we do. I like egg hunts. Tomorrow is Good Friday. It's because of Easter. But alright, I'll see you guys on Monday. I hope you guys have a good weekend.